Well, it looks like Massa and the Overseers are pretty angry with this nigga gal for speaking out of turn. How dare I have a thought of my own and speak out against the herd? Didn't you know that black people are a monolithic group? We talk the same, we look the same, and we act the same, according to some white conservatives here on the right. So how dare I speak out against Massa's golden child known as Candace Owens? Massa done told me to go fetch this whip, 'cause he gonna beat me real good. And I'm so scared. 4 days ago, I uploaded a video titled Candace Owens, the leader of the Conservative Plantation, and a lot of conservatives got butthurt by it. Now, in the future, I will make a video titled, What is the Conservative Plantation? But as for now, I'm going to have fun clowning all of my conservative peers who lost their damn mind in my comments section. Now, before I show you these ridiculous and insane comments made by my fellow conservative peers, I want you to know something. We as conservatives, most of us anyway, love to grandstand in front of liberals. Many conservatives love to pretend that they are the moral authority when it comes to black people, and they love to utter slogans like, Democrats are the real racists. Oh yeah? Wait till you see these comments. Some of these white folks are so racist that they make David Duke look like Martin Luther King. Facts don't care about your feelings. Not in this case, because there was a lot of butthurt displayed on my last video. We need to tell blacks to get off the Democratic plantation. Yeah, tell blacks to leave one plantation that uses them for votes to come to another plantation that uses them for virtue signaling trophies. See, we have black conservatives. See, we're not racist, are we? Many conservatives love to pride themselves as the most intelligent ones in the political arena. And when you read these comments, you'll realize that's not the case. I made a lot of points in my last video, and instead of addressing my arguments, I was viciously attacked. I made a lot of points in my last video, but here are the key points that I clearly made. President Trump is disconnected from the black community, and he has no idea how to communicate to them. President Trump promoted Kanye West on Twitter instead of James Shaw Jr. I'm surprised that point went over a lot of people's head. I didn't say anything about President Trump making a phone call to James Shaw Jr. I said his tweets. You see, President Trump has 60 million Twitter followers worldwide. So tweeting to 60 million people is totally different than making a private phone call. And the fact that you all couldn't see the difference was asinine. He promoted Candace Owens on Twitter instead of black women who are very active in the black community, like Sonny Johnson and Shirley Husar. President Trump thought bringing Omarosa onto his team was a good idea, and we saw how that turned out in the end, didn't we? Candace Owens is an opportunist and has no loyalty to anyone except herself. It's amazing the bigotry of low expectation when it comes to white conservatives here on the right. If someone was white, especially if they were a white male, and they bashed Trump on Twitter and wrote ridiculous articles like this about him on their private website, they would be nailed to the cross. But because Candace is black, well, she gets a pass. Candace Owens has zero affiliation to the Black community. Here you have a Black woman who was raised in a white gated community, had white friends and also white lovers or boyfriends. She never had any connection to Black people outside her family, nor did she have any connection or affiliation with the Black community. Therefore, she doesn't know anything about the lifestyle or the mentality or the things that Black people go through in the ghetto or any Black neighborhood. So how is it that she's picked to represent the Black community when she herself has absolutely no connection to the Black community? But according to these racist and bigoted white conservatives, hashtag not all, as long as she has a little bit of melanin, oh, it's okay. She learned during high school that playing the race card works. She did it then and she's still doing it now. Remember, we as conservatives never played identity politics until she showed up. She started a doxing site and viciously defended it. Candace Owens believes in hate speech, and she said on Twitter that she will never apologize for creating her doxing site, socialautopsy.com. Yet and still, conservatives still give her a pass. I don't get that. I don't understand that. She only switched from liberal to conservative for fame and fortune. Whenever Candace is called out, she plays the victim or use the race card. We hate it when Black liberals do it, but when Candace does it, it's okay? She uses prominent white men to move up the conservative ladder. Candace learned this in high school. She learned that she can always upgrade her white men. She just dumped one for another. And recently, she just dumped Alex Jones, refused to come on his show, and doesn't return any of his phone calls for Charlie Kirk and Ben Shapiro. The best thing about this is that Alex Jones made a video talking about how Candace Owens is a user and an opportunist. Absolutely classic. Candace Owens refused to debate me. Like I said in the last video, I'm a former police officer with impeccable investigation skills, and con artists and frauds like Candace Owens usually stay clear of me. So those are my points in a nutshell, and conservatives are famous for saying that when presented with facts, liberals are known for screeching, deflecting, or throwing a lot of ad hominems. Our side always accuses their side of having a hive mind and resulting to SJW tactics when presented with facts or logical arguments. Something that we conservatives would never do. So let's read the comments presented to me by my conservative peers to see if that's the case. Tree, you sound like all the far lefties that complain about other lefties' stuff not being lefty enough. Okay. So let me get this straight. I work hard. I provide for my daughters. They grow up and become successful. As they become young women impacting the world, your biggest gripe with them is they come from rich parents and don't come from Black neighborhoods. How is this any less racist? How does the things you are saying help in Black communities? 1, nice projection. 2, you cannot personally relate to the Black community if you was not raised in the Black community. And I love how you use the racist word. And finally, who the hell said that I am here to help the Black community? I don't believe I signed up for that position. It's amazing how some white conservatives believe that the Blacks on the left are these endangered species that need to be saved, and they pick on every Black conservative here on the right to go over there and recruit them, as if that's our only purpose for being conservatives. Fuck you. You can tell you really don't believe what you're saying. This white guy is trying to play that Jedi mind trick on me.
You don't need to see his identification.
We don't need to see his identification.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
You don't believe what you're saying. Candace Owens is going to red pill the black community. I don't like your video against Candace. You should be working together, not go against. You are both conservative black women. One, she's not a conservative, she's an opportunist. And two, this is textbook racism. Because we're black, we're not allowed to have individual thoughts. And here we are with the bigotry of low expectation. If someone white, male or female, tweeted horrible things about President Trump and also uploaded horrible articles on their personal website about President Trump, these conservatives will nail that person to the cross. But because Candace is black, she gets a pass. Just to be sure here, the problem is that the rich are the problem. How the hell did you get that from my 22-minute video? Oh my God, you people have the IQ of a dead roach. You're not disappointed in Obama. You're not disappointed in 20 million abortions. You're not disappointed in 85 black folks shot in Chicago in 6 days. I still don't understand why no one in the black community has realized that all unarmed black men killed by the government was killed under the watch of a Democrat mayor. What the fuck do you say to something like that? There's no conservative plantation, only a white liberal plantation. You keep telling yourself that, and look forward to my video titled, What is the Conservative Plantation? I think you'll find it quite, memorable. Black Conservative Starter Kit. 1. Decorate your empty room with an American flag as your background. 2. Rehearse your, quote, the liberals or, quote, the left talking points. 3. Include talking points to berate non-white people. Now remember, these comments are coming from conservatives, not SJW progressives. Conservatives. Why are you doing this? Candace isn't perfect. So what? We don't have that many blacks on the Republican side, and it will stay that way with videos like this. Please stop. Work together or shut up. Oh no, Miss Massa, please don't beat me. This is so racist. So because we don't have that many blacks on the Republican side, I'm not allowed to have individual thought, right? Unfucking believable. Black people on the left as well as the center, I want you to take notes of what I'm going through as a black conservative. Now ask yourself this, would you volunteer to subject yourself to this type of fuckery? Girl, bye. You are full of shit. And no, we are not on a conservative plantation. You are so much of the fucking problem. You are not a free thinker by any stretch of the imagination. Oh yeah, free thinker. That's code for groupthink. Whenever you hear conservatives say that they are a free thinker, really they're just part of the hive mind. So when Kanye West said stupid things like Bush doesn't care about black people, or OJ didn't do it, or Bill Cosby is innocent, he wasn't a free thinker back then, right? Kanye West was only a free thinker as long as he was wearing a mega hat and saying that him and Trump have dragon energy. Obama has no stake in U.S. as his father was from elsewhere. But you love him, right? What did except show up to grin? What? Yeah, I'm bummed about her past, but Owens' narrative is far more important than anything in her past. So many want to silence this free-thinking, articulate woman. So her past doesn't matter anymore, right? She gets a clean slate, right? So would you do the same thing for O.J. Simpson? What if O.J. Simpson becomes a free-thinking, articulate black man? Are you going to give him the same pass you gave to Candace? I doubt that you will, you hypocritical bastards. We don't listen to people like you. Work for Soros. You are a motherfucker, mentally deranged, pathetic, ugly bitch. Haters gonna hate. I disliked your video so fast, I didn't even finish watching that bullshit. Fake ass picture of Kanye. Get the fuck out of here. You just fuckly bitch tree and logic. Candace is all class. She is true mega. Now shut fuck up. Okay, so you get the gist of what the comment section really is all about. None of my arguments were addressed. None of my points were debunked. And actually, I was called a lot of names and accused of being a liberal just because I had opposing views against a fraud. Now, before I end this video, I do want to address one more dumbass comment. So Candace is helping to bring blacks off the Democrat plantation. And you're mad? Shut your jealous, gossiping ass up and get out the way. One, I'm not going to shut up because the more I talk, the more pissed off you get. And frankly, that makes me very happy. Two, you're the one who's mad. And three, where is the evidence that Candace Owens is red-pilling the black community or actually getting black people to leave the Democratic Party? I don't see any evidence for that. But because a lot of you all live in your right-wing conservative bubble, you are clueless of how the black community really feels about Candace Owens. So I am going to bring the black community to you via Twitter so that you can get a fucking clue. These people hate Candace Owens. Coon Control. Conservative star Candace Owens ran anti-Trump site 2 years ago. She's an attention whore. Her views are subjective with no basis in facts. She is supported by racist trolls, Republicans. Both political parties are the problem. Candace Owens, another black person willing to coon out and assure white people that they aren't racist, and black people just like pulling out the race card. She doesn't see truth. She'll say whatever she's paid to say. What biochemicals cause a woman to sell out her own race in order to make herself appealing to white men and acceptable to white people in general? Hey, Junior, you realize she used to be very anti-Trump, but then realized there was more money in being a sellout and fraud. Of course, this is why she aligns with your family. Once again, you get called out by Roland S. Martin, but you address Shaun King. Why are you scared to debate Roland? As a member of the black delegation, we want to know. Also, Shaun King is respected in the black community. Just have to let your white supporters know that. Hashtag Black Twitter. This person is a disgrace. These are the type of black people that we need to weed out. They have got to go. Candace Owens, another Joy Villa. Everyone that looks black is not black. You need to do your homework on people who are going after our movement. Hashtag Black Twitter. Hashtag MAGA. Read the receipts. Oh. I think you're confusing synergy with synergy. Because it's a damn sin to sell out your gender, your race, and your soul simply because old, white, career criminals lie to you like everyone else. I'm a betting Omarosa might have some advice for this one. This is certainly interesting. It looks like Candace Owens changes her opinions depending upon who pays her. Sellout. Hashtag Black Twitter. Candace Owens, I need you and your cousins Step and Fetchit and Omarosa to just step aside. Go back to your master's bed and wait for him to come use you. You, Step Diamond, Fetchit Silk, and Omarosa do not represent black Americans. Thanks for sharing this information, King. I knew she was a hypocrite. Black people, we have no friends. Don't let a group of coons like hashtag Candace Owens and hashtag Amber Phillips convince you that racism and white supremacy is not real. Dear sisters, they never cared about you. So ultimately, what are we talking about? We can play this tic-tac game all day. Deep down, the truth is either party don't give a damn about the well-being of black folks. Never have. They just love bed wenches like Candace because her mouthpiece allows them to not feel racist. And I can do this for hours and hours and hours. The point is that the black community hate Candace Owens. She's not red pilling no one, and no one from the left is leaving the left to come to the right because of her. So if black people on the left hate Candace Owens, how in the hell is she red pilling the black community, you dumbasses? So expect more videos to come out about Candace. And as I sit here right now, she's even digging a deeper hole for herself. God damn it, if she keeps this shit up, I'm going to eventually have to make a part 3 of this whole series. This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. I'll see you all next time. Later, taters.